Why is it so hard for us to have foresight for positive things, for good things, for what we want to see in our life? Oftentimes, I won't say always, but 90% of the time, I'll say 80% of the time for average people, we, our mind tends to reflect on the negativity of the past, and it tends to anticipate the negativity of the future. And this is all because a lot of times we see the present as negative. So once we have the incorrect lens, we see life incorrectly. And when we see life incorrectly, we have problems. We don't enjoy our life. We don't realize that we have the solution to every problem that comes in front of us. We believe that we're helpless. We believe that we don't have any power, that we don't have any say in our lives, right? And it all stems from not seeing life in the correct way. So what is the correct way to see life? In my opinion, the correct way is to see life in a empowered standpoint, in an empowered perspective. And what I mean by that is knowing who you are, knowing that God is in you, and knowing that whatever challenge, whatever obstacle comes in front of you, it's already taken care of, it's already handled, it's already done, right? Knowing that you can't be beaten, and that no matter what happens, everything is going to turn out pretty smooth in the end, because at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's not up to anybody else, right? So what I've been doing recently, what I've been working on recently is maintaining a peaceful, high vibration. And instead of focusing on what I'm thinking or what I'm doing, I've just been focusing on how I'm feeling. Feeling at ease, feeling calm, feeling peaceful, feeling relaxed, no matter what, no matter if I'm at work, no matter if I'm at home. I had to help my grandma the other night. She needed something. She was a little bit nervous. She was a little worried. And I didn't know what it was at first, but when I went downstairs and I saw what it was, I saw it was just something simple, and just had to help her out with her little device that she has pertaining to her health, like her little health device. We figured it out. We got to the bottom of it, and it was no problem. But in the beginning, before I knew what it was, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if she needed to go to the hospital. I didn't know if she had a real problem going on. So I was kind of worried, but I took my deep breath and went downstairs, and we got right to it. But in that split second where I was worried, I did feel that anxiety. I breathed. I took a breath, right? And that's what we have to do when we feel anxious, when we feel worried, when we feel scared, when things aren't going our way. We have to breathe. We have to take a breath. We have to take a step back and say, okay, what's in front of me right now? What can I do right now? What can I change about this situation? How can I move in this situation? So I'm bringing that up to say we got to see life in the empowering way, with the empowering lens, with the powerful perspective. Because when we don't, that's when we stress. That's when we call ourselves a failure. That's when we call ourselves a failure. That's when we believe in things that aren't true. And at the end of the day, even when things aren't going our way, it's empowering, and it should be comforting, because we know we put ourselves in this situation and we're gonna get ourselves out. And it's just practice. We bring situations upon ourselves so we can practice and get better, build our resilience, so we can get better at getting out of them, so we can get better at maneuvering through them. I feel like a lot of people are so stuck in one-dimensional reality and so stuck on the physical reality, and only focus on what they can see, only focus on the number they can see right now in their bank account. But when you talk to professional athletes at the top of their level, and people who have really been there and did the work and been through the ringer and been through the grind, they always said they always knew they was going to do it. They always said they saw themselves being in the NFL. They always said they saw themselves being in the NBA. They always said they saw themselves being on stage in front of thousands and thousands of people. They saw that first and they felt that first, and that's what kept pushing them and driving them. It's not you become the singer and then you feel it. No, you feel it first. You become the singer in your mind first. You see yourself doing it within, and then it gets expressed without. It's not you get the 10,000 first and then you're like, oh yes, I got 10,000. I knew I was gonna do it. No, you gotta know you're gonna do it before you even have it. You gotta know you're gonna have it. You gotta see the 100,000 on your bank account when it's at 2,000, when it's at 200. You have to see that. Nobody else can see that but you, because you're the one bringing it in. How you gonna bring something in that you can't even see? How do you bring in a grocery bag that's not even there? You can't. But you can only do it when you see it and you can touch it and you can feel it, right? You got to be able to see the reality that you want. You got to be able to see the number in the bank account that you want to see. You got to be able to feel it. You got to be able to feel how you would feel. It doesn't mean feeling that money in your hands physically, but it means feeling that emotional state. How would you feel? Would you be blissful? Would you be peaceful? Would you be calm? Would you be happy as hell? Only you can do that. Only you. Only you. Only you can prevent wildfire. We burning ourselves up. Metaphorical wildfires, right? With the stress, with the trauma we be holding on to, with the false beliefs. But that's not the way we gotta go. We don't have to go like that. We don't have to live like that. We don't have to be stressed like this, like we are. We don't have to be depressed. We make ourselves depressed. Nobody else makes us depressed. People went through the Holocaust and still didn't get broke. People have gone through crazy experiences, crazy traumatic experiences, torturing experiences, and still didn't get broken, and still didn't lose themselves, and still didn't give up hope completely, while some others did. I'm not saying the people who did are wrong, but I'm just saying it's possible. Where there's a will, there's a way, and if one person can do it, we can all do it. If one person can create their reality, and if one star, if one professional athlete at the top of their game can know that they was gonna be in this position when they were 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, and hold on to it and keep feeling it every year and keep taking the steps and keep taking that action. We all can do that for anything. For anything. However we need to get to our own NBA, however we need to get to where we want to, our desired reality, we have to feel it first. We have to see it first. We have to see the 100K on the account. Before anybody tells us, before anybody else tells us, we have to know it, we have to see it. We gotta see the 10K, we gotta see that this thing is done, we gotta see that everything is paid for, everything is figured out, everything is taken care of, everything is handled. Only we can do that, only we can see that first, and it starts within. So, that's what we gotta do, guys. Stay peaceful. Do what keeps you peaceful. Think what keeps you peaceful. Listen to what keeps you peaceful and calm and at ease. So when the unpeaceful things come up, so when the things that knock you out of your calm come up, they're not gonna knock you too far out. You might get knocked off 2 steps off track. You're gonna take them 2 steps and get right back on it. You might get knocked off 1, take that 1 step, you get right back on track. It's not gonna knock you 10 steps off. You're not gonna get knocked into the water and start drowning. No. But it's all about being intentional, maintaining your vibration, keeping your mind on your vibration, and your heart open and free and clear and at ease, and knowing nobody else gonna save you except you. Nobody else gonna get that money on your account except you. And how do you attract that? How do you bring that forth? By paying with the right currency, your emotional currency, your vibration. You pay with that, the law of attraction is going to supply you everything that you need. You pay with worry, the law of attraction is going to supply you with everything you need and keep you in that same state to keep recycling that. It's all about momentum. Life is all about momentum. Life is all about giving what we receive, paying and getting paid what we put in, right? It's like 401k. when companies match. You put in 7%, you're gonna get 7% back. Or you put in 4%, they match up to 4%. It's the same. We are the creator. We're putting in, we're the investor. We're investing into our lives. We're investing into the law of attraction. The law of attraction, the law of creation, whatever you want to say, however you want to label it. We're investing. We're putting our 100% in emotions. And we're getting back 100% of the reality that our emotions bring forth. Whatever our vibration is putting out, whatever we are vibrating at, we're going to bring forth. And we're going to see that reflected in our life. That's our payment. That's our investment. We're investors. And that's why the most important thing is to invest in yourself.